While the solar arch is being welded, we had some legal business to take care of in town. Because of the Greek COVID lockdown, no boats are allowed on Greek waters right now. We had another adventure today. We went to the Port Authority to ask if we could get permission to move our boat from the shipyard that we're in right now to a marina that's about a day and a half
It's up in
motor
near Corfu
from
Lefka.
here. And so we walked into the office and Kay started to explain our situation to the police officer, the Port Authority officer at the front desk. And I could tell, I think we both tell right away that he had no idea what Kay, who was doing the talking, was talking about. And by the way, we typically let Kay start talking to people because she has a way of getting what we want faster than when I do. Kay has a way of charming people. Maybe it's her smile, I don't know. But anyway, she started off talking to this officer, and I think he terribly misunderstood her, and he went off to talk to his superior. And he came back and it was very serious and said we had to wait for another officer that they'd called. And so he told us to wait outside. So we went outside. And,
wait, I gotta interrupt because that's when I got this inkling, like maybe we should just leave and then talk to someone else at a different port, because I wasn't getting the feeling that he quite understood us. Obviously there's a language issue because we don't speak Greek, and I could tell he wanted somebody with more authority to come.
We had to wait outside for the second officer to show up, and Kay was thinking maybe we should just get out of here before we cause any trouble or burn bridges or
they're coming to get the backups to come take us away.
Yeah, because we're already shell-shocked enough about being so close to having our passport stamps expired. So we waited outside, and I kept trying to ask him questions, and he kept getting more firm that we had to wait outside. Finally, I said, you know, maybe I could go ask one of my friends that speaks English and Greek to come down and explain the situation. And he didn't like that for some reason. He got worried that it seemed like that we were trying to call people or make an exception. I think at that point the conversation in his mind took a turn for the worse. He got really agitated and went back in to talk to his supervisor. And when he came back, I said, okay, I won't call my friend, and maybe we'll just come back another time when we can speak with somebody else. And at that point he said, if you leave, I'll have to arrest you. I immediately got defensive. I'm like, I haven't done anything. We just came from the police department. He told me to come to your office and ask for permission to move our boat, and we're doing exactly that. Our paperwork's fine. The police here know about us. Everything's great. And he didn't like that answer, so he told us we had to wait for this other officer to show up because she was doing research and she was going to bring some legal papers with her that pointed out the law of whatever he thought we had violated. So finally, another officer shows up, and she could speak English very well. And she came up and said, hello, and I said, hello. I think there's been a terrible misunderstanding. I think this other officer doesn't understand what our request is. She goes, okay, let's start there. I told her we're simply in a shipyard now. We have a boat. We want to move it to another marina for the winter, and that's what we're asking for. And she goes, oh, he totally misunderstood what you were talking about. And I said, thank you for understanding us. I don't want to get shot. I don't want to get arrested. I don't want anything bad to happen to us. We're good people. And she thought that was really funny. I thought it was kind of funny in hindsight too, that just the simple request could go off the rails so bad. But as you can see, we're not arrested, we're not shot, everything's good. But it's just this weird side story that we have about how this language difference can go wrong so quickly with such a simple request. And it was an innocent request on our part, but I still don't know what he thought we were asking for. But I'm glad we're not arrested. Now that the solar arch is in place, we decided it was time to put the solar panels up. First job was to drill some holes through the stainless brackets.
He and Luca installed it. Now they're installing one panel. That's all the SAICOS we have.
And we want to see the surface later. It's time to get rid of these. I don't know how long they've been on the boat, but a long time. Long enough for these stainless screws that are screwed into this aluminum frame are stripped. You can spin the screws forever, but they're never going to come out. So I think what I'm going to have to do is try to take an angle grinder and grind the heads off so we can just lift the aluminum frame straight off of the support. And here's the finished product. You can see right here we designed the solar arch to have a handle that we could do exercises from or grab in a situation or hang things from. It's really a robust system. This is the underside of the solar arch, and this is the top side of the solar arch with the panels in place. Here's the design that we came up with. We have 4 320 watt panels. They're made by Uflex, and they're the Uriner MEPV-320W models. They're 320 watts each. They're very efficient for what they are. They're polycrystalline panels. And we decided to use a series system instead of a parallel system. It just worked best for us. The wires are fairly well hidden on the underside. They all run into a box that's underneath the plate that we have. There's a fairly large wire that runs into one of the down tubes. On the other side, we have our Vesper antenna going down one of the down tubes into the engine compartment. All the footing are these very thick, solid stainless steel plates. The tubing itself is 1.5 inch diameter. This is what the underside looks like if you were sitting in the dinghy. The system and the panels are very secure. They don't move at all. And we ended up putting this additional diagonal bracket in. It's more of an additional pole. The whole solar arch is really robust and really stiff. I can hang from the end of this without causing any trouble. Here's a quick shot of our Vesper GPS antenna.
Hello! If you like the video, you can subscribe and let us a thumbs up. You can also write a comment. We will be glad to read them. Bye!
Wait, come back, come back! Oh, you're Sebastien from SAICOS Sealife Discovery channel on YouTube. You make videos with Matteo.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you want to see fantastic underwater videos of sea life, watch his YouTube channel. It's great.
Link below.